Are you sure?
Can you hear us?
We need to ask everybody. We need to ask everybody at home.
All you lovely people that let us know when it's not working. Is it working now? Okay, we're good now.
We're getting some comments then. Yeah, he's shaking his head like, yeah. I want to turn it off.
So we start all the way back at the beginning. So give us spark notes on Eagleville.
I mean, like you said, I thought we started off kind of sluggish. It wasn't a pretty game by any means, but we, rallied and found a way to, end up with a victory. And some of that has to do with, not being in school, out of routine. I get it a little bit, but, still, when you've got a mature group of, 17 seniors, we ought to come out and start better than the way we did.
And I didn't even let you introduce the show. My bad. Go ahead.
No, man. Yeah, the Moore County Sports Network. Yeah, brought to you by the Big Ben Show. And remember, I forgot to introduce this, though. If you do want to call in, you're free to call in at 931-307-6562. And hopefully, Avery, we'll get that going. It's going
to be great.
Yeah. It was a faster game in the first half. And there was a lot of running for them. And then, to me, I saw a lot more running from us this game than previous games.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we could attack them on the edge a little bit out of different sets and getting the ball into, Brayden Cashion's hands some, getting him established on the run early is something that we wanted to exploit, and we're trying to get Tyler the ball as many ways as we can. We're just struggling blocking for him right now. I mean, he runs as hard as anybody I've been around in probably 15, 16 years. But, right now we're just not doing a good enough job, blocking for him. A lot of the yards he gets are on his own. He'll make one or two people miss or drag a guy. So, but we wanted to establish the run. I mean, that was something that we talked about all week in practice, was establishing the run and trying to hurt them where we thought that they were weak at, and that was on the edges.
And stat-wise, you sent this to me earlier. Y'all did rush for 39 attempts, 201 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we did, and I think 21 of those attempts are actually
quarterback scrambles.
Quarterback runs / scrambles. And on some of those, I think Kyler will be able to tell you when you have him in here in a minute. He didn't have a whole lot of time. A couple of those runs, he probably could have sat in the pocket and made some throws. But, I get it. When you're getting pressured all night, it's tough to stand back there. But, he was 21 rushes for, 110 yards, I think?
Yes.
So, I mean, he makes things happen with his feet, he's definitely a weapon. But, we want to run the ball. I mean, I've said that from day one, when we got here. I mean, we've got arguably one of the best backs in the region in Tyler Smith, and we want to get him the ball, and he thrives on running it inside. And right now, we're not doing a good enough job blocking for him on the inside.
Yeah, there's definitely with the blocking, and we talked about it. I can't remember before we went off or not. Definitely with that blocking, there's definitely that struggle. I mean, there's a lot of progress to be made with that blocking, but when we get that blocking, once y'all get that blocking, those guys get it figured out. So, man, it's going to be awesome. I mean, it's going to be awesome because
it is, and there is light at the end of the tunnel because I mean we started 2 freshmen last night on the offensive line.
Yeah, see, I saw that.
It's just trial by fire with those guys. Right. I mean, hopefully they continue to get better each day in practice. They'll get better in each game. For Sawyer, I think it was good for him to go out there and put a body of work on film.
Yes.
So now, when we come in on Tuesday and we watch film, now he can actually watch himself instead of watch somebody else do it because, he knows in his mind what he was thinking at that point in that play. So, it's good and bad. We're playing young guys, but, I mean, it's good for those guys to get it on film, and it's just growing pains.
And some other adjustments I saw. So that package you went to second half Fell City. So I saw Isaiah started this game.
Yes.
And also Will Harder started
on
offense, not on defense. So
right. I mean, Will's done a good job for us on defense as far as, first-year football player coming in and asking him to do a lot of things for us. defensively, his effort's great. It's just, first-year football player, there's a lot of things going on in his mind because, in practice and drills, he'll do it a certain way, and then in a game, he gets, I think, caught up in everything going on around him. And, we probably haven't played him enough on offense this year because he blocks well, he runs good routes, he can catch the ball well. So, last weekend in our meeting, I just said, hey, we're going to make this change, but I wanted to still reward him for what he can do for us on offense and still get better on defense. I mean, because he's, I called him on Sunday and explained to him the situation. And, we had a JV game that Monday night, and he all but offered to play in it. Yeah, coach, I want to play. I need more reps. And, for young players, I told the team that, reps are the main thing. I mean, you've got to get reps and repetitions. He's a first-year player playing as a junior where, I mean, you've got freshmen that have played substantially more reps than he's ever played. So, and defensively, Isaiah practices hard, and I want to reward the guys that practice hard. And you saw Aiden Blair get in there and get more reps because, he practiced harder this week and practiced, and if you practice hard and you get after it and practice, then, your reward is to go out there on Friday night. So, and you've got to be ever changing. If something's not working, we got to try to fix it as coaches. And, that's what we're striving to do.
Well, in fixing things, we got bye week this week, and then you got the head coach's favorite week, homecoming week, against Joe Burns.
Thanks to Jonah Dale.
Thanks to me. I created homecoming.
Oh, you did?
I did. Go look it up on Wikipedia. It probably says my name. If it doesn't, it will in a minute.
Yeah, it'll be fake news. Yeah, they'll take that down.
So, what's y'all's plans for fall break?
Our plans for fall breaks to come in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 to 12. We'll lift, watch film, and then we'll practice. Basically, give the guys 2-3 day weekends.
Gotcha.
A lot of people go Monday through, Wednesday, but I don't like giving them 4 straight days off because I just feel like you can get out of shape in those days and lose focus when you got to come back to work on Monday. So we're doing it kind of in the middle of the week, and give them 2-3 day weekends. So if the families wanted to get out of town for 3 days, we had 2 weekends to be able to do that.
Do you game plan for 2 weeks for Joe Burns, or is this for 1 week just focus on y'all, and then next week you focus on Joe Burns? Or
I mean, we're going to focus on us primarily Tuesday, Wednesday. Fix what's not working. And we, as coaches, we'll already have game planned, from the films that we already have on them, and then, start putting that plan in place on that Thursday. Go ahead and kind of get ahead of the curve there. But, I just, we're still a young football team, and we got a lot of stuff to fix that's on us, not on, anybody else.
I'm looking, and let's see, we, with our games, we got Joe Burns, and then...
At Huntland.
Yep. Yeah.
Then Richland, Mount Pleasant at home.
Yep.
Wow. Yep.
So we're now in a season that we didn't know was going to happen, and we're 4 games from the season being complete.
Right.
Do you think, how much was that 1 month on the road? Do you think that was a pretty big hit for you guys? Or did you even notice anything with that?
I mean, our away games aren't really very far, so it's not, I don't know, to be honest with you, I kind of like going on the road because it's less distractions. We eat.
And it's less work. So much less work.
We eat at school, come back, we got 20 minutes, we're on a bus and we're gone. You don't have all that dead time, sitting in the locker room or painting the field, making sure everything's taken care of at home. But I mean, also you lose that home crowd,
right?
But we're fortunate that our fans travel and they're,
even when there's only 100 tickets.
Even when there's only 100 tickets.
100 tickets. There was
a
good crowd. There was a good 100 people.
Yeah.
It was 100 strong Moore Countyans last night in the stands. Let me tell you, from what I was seeing. So NFHS?
Yes.
Yeah, you got Jonah, Josh, and Joe Abraham do an amazing job. So, well, Coach, we know you gotta get out of here. Thank you. let's see, we've done like 2 episodes today, so.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you for
Coach,
the good one.
Coach, I really do appreciate it, and and try to enjoy your fall break, and good luck with Joe Burns, and we'll see you in a couple weeks for the next Coach's Corner. So appreciate
All right.
it.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right, yep.
Send in the kiddos.
Send in the kiddos. He's got them out there doing like drills.
They're done with their crunches.
He's got them out there doing push-ups and stuff.
What if they left?
I hadn't heard them.
That'd be so funny.
They were making noises out there.
Okay.
Just, yeah. Oh, he's good. He's good on this thing.
So no headphones? What?
You're live right now, just in case you are
Yeah,
wondering.
no, yeah. Put the headphones on. Don't.
Coach White just doesn't like his head to be
He doesn't like the
disappointed.
headphones, but I like them.
Yeah,
Like,
you want to bring it to
you wanna
bring
get
it to your mouth.
Yes, yeah. Like almost, yeah. Pull it. Yeah, you can pull that end table closer to you, Braylon.
This is good.
Yeah. That's closer. You want to get it
Like I'm
closer,
about to
kind of like
give y'all a
eat.
concert.
We are like eating the microphone is what we call it.
Pull it.
Because if you're like this, then you.
Hey, you ain't gonna break it.
You're not gonna break
I
it.
know.
Yeah, come on. It's his first time on, everybody. Braylon, you should have experience. So we did like an hour podcast together.
Yeah, we did.
I've been to talking and y'all sitting there.
Look, I had a lot
Smitty.
to say. I had a lot to say. Okay, we go back.
It was
I
good.
don't
It
want
was
to hear
good.
that. All right, so let's talk about then last night. It was a lot better, I think. It was. I was just wanting them to. I was wanting you guys to just come out and bam, just throw one out there deep and get a score and just kind of get us going. And let's see, it was the first drive. It kind of stumbled a little bit. But we fumbled, I think, or something
Yes.
like that. Yeah, dude, it was garbage. Yeah.
Did we fumble, Kyler?
We did fumble.
We did.
did.
Somebody fumbled. I don't know who it was, but
Yeah,
you know.
It was Kyler.
But
Yeah, it was me.
but talk about the running though. That like how many yards? And we said it. I can't remember how many.
201. 201 total. Kyler had
No, how many did Kyler have? He had half the teams, right?
110.
Man. And I mean, you have some unbelievable runs. Like sometimes,
you.
like Fable City.
So talk about like your presence there. Obviously, you're not the tallest person in the room. You never have been the tallest person.
No.
So, like if you think back, NFL Drew Brees, Kyler Murray, seeing over the line can always be difficulty sometimes. So we do roll you out sometimes. But talk about pocket presence and like when do you decide it's time to go?
Well, most of the time it's if I see the ends. So like when you're in the pocket, if the ends are crashing to your backside shoulder, you step up in the pocket. And most of the time, like if they're rushing upfield, I have to step up. And then most of the time if I scramble, it's because when I step up in the
No,
pocket,
you can pull it closer to you, bro. You don't have
That way
to.
you can sit back.
Yeah, that
There
way you
go.
can. Yeah.
when I step up in the pocket, there might be a defensive tackle or a nose guard just standing there, and so I just read the field and just find open space and just take off.
And last night, they actually ran a quarterback spy on you last night. if you
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know that.
dude. Yeah, and he was still running the ball.
He didn't
Yeah, I
really
saw that one time.
He spied you, but he didn't do anything besides that. So my favorite thing of your rush
He was
last
just
night,
watching. He was just
Right.
watching him.
They were coming backside, and you act like the guy was about to sack you, and then you hit him with like this reverse spin move, and then you just took off, and that guy was just standing there. I was like, bless his heart. He was in his head already like, I got a sack, and then Kyler's just not there anymore, and I was like, that's what I like.
Yeah,
That's those drills with Coach Black.
Yeah,
there was.
we
It was
work on those
definitely
a lot.
What?
We work on those drills a lot.
Yeah,
in
it was
practice with
definitely
Coach Black.
more of a run game, like we had been talking about before, than a passing.
Our goal going into the game, we had our offensive meeting and we set a goal for the team. Our rushing goal, I think, was 200 yards. And I guess you said we got 201.
You beat it
so
by
we were,
one. That's
we were
great for
right there.
everybody.
Dude, awesome.
And Brayden, you got more rushing attempts this game than you normally do.
Yeah, dude,
So-
you got the ball. Yeah, you got it more this time than you usually do, right?
And I think my favorite rush on yours is you got it, and you went toward the sideline. It looked like you were just going to run out of bounds. And you tiptoed the sideline for a solid, 15 yards.
Oh, was that like at the end?
Yes.
Like, close to the
And I was like, it really looked like you were running out of bounds. And I was like, what's he doing? You kept going, they didn't blow it out. I was like, maybe he's inbounds. So, I mean, I guess that helps that you're long-legged. But so talk about your rushing. Do you like? So you used to be a quarterback, obviously. How has it been an adjustment going to wide receiver and a running back now?
I mean, it's pretty much the same. Obviously, you don't get as much carries. You don't get as much attention, but like, I get it more in open space, you know, and like I guess get to use what I'm good at better.
Hang on, I was looking at the see if we have sound. So
We do.
okay. So Kyler, with this offense, are you liking this? You know, you guys have seemed to be doing pretty good with the spread and stuff. And do you still like running, or is it more of like a passing deal? Is that what is your
running?
What is you?
I would say running has always been my strongest suit. I'm pretty small, so obviously Jonah was making fun of me earlier, saying I can't see over the line. But since I was younger, running's always been my thing. And like this year we got to do the spread, and last year we ran the spread some, but it wasn't like just full out spread like we are this year. And like last year was the first year, since I transferred, it was the first year that I have ever run anything other than the spread since Pee Wee ball. So it was like this offense is very familiar to me as far as the concepts and stuff. So I'm very comfortable in what we do.
Oh man, I like that. So. Talk about on defense, Kyler. So, do you like playing defense?
I do like playing defense.
Dude, I saw that. Dude, was it last week? No, it was the week before.
Hey, wait,
it was Chapel Hill.
Yeah. He played some Chapel Hill. He played some in Cornsville.
Dude, you almost had an interception that game.
I still think my foot was in bounds.
Hey,
Jeffrey got a picture of it. Jeffrey got a picture of it. My foot was in bounds.
Send it in. We'll fix the stats.
But I also had an interception that got called back. So
we'll just cancel it.
So yeah, it canceled out.
We'll cancel them out.
Yeah, dude, it's okay. You know, interception every now and then. He started sliding though.
He did start sliding.
He started sliding, dude. He was bulldozing people down in the beginning. Then he started, he started sliding and stuff. I noticed that. I was like, he's a smart guy.
Well, he didn't want to fumble again in the 10.
Yeah,
it was kind of. He was already down and everything, and they took the ball. That's what it looked like from the NFL.
Yes,
yeah, that's what it looked like.
And here's the thing: like the whole fans were like, "Yes, keep going, Todd, keep going."
I was too. Yeah, I wasn't like slide.
Get down, Kyler.
I was like, man, I was like, knock those guys out because he was just going. I was like, yeah, come on.
We're always rooting until you make the mistake. I'm like, we told you to get down, dude. What were you doing?
Nah, dude. I would have just said, just keep going, just keep running over them. So, have you guys seen any film on Joe Burns yet? Anything on them yet?
We had it uploaded yet.
Well,
can't really talk about them.
They seem really concerned. Yeah.
So one cool thing about both these guys is they're both multi-sport athletes.
Oh, okay,
so Kyler was a three-way player. Now he's just two-way, and Brayden's a two-way also. So talk about, because this is one of my pet peeves, is when kids focus on a sport. So talk about how being multi-sport athletes has affected both ways. So how has being a football player helped you in baseball? How has being a football player helped you in basketball? Or do you think you should specialize in one sport and only focus on that sport?
I don't know that I think you should specialize in one sport because a lot of times you see these kids that play one sport and they get burnt out later in their career. And I know like Ryder this year, he came out to play football, and he's always just been a baseball guy, and I think he's enjoying it so far.
I think so.
But I think having that time away,
it gets your mind
just
off of it.
Yes, it can keep you busy, but at the same time, you're like it's not bad.
Well, and things like so, how does football help you be more prepared for baseball?
Well, I mean, as far as like lifting and stuff, I know last year, I mean, we didn't have a baseball season, but I think going into the year, I felt a lot stronger just from lifting and stuff during football than I ever have during baseball. Now, obviously we didn't get to play, so I couldn't show anything. But
well, you showed something for a Cornsville game.
Yeah, that one game we got to play.
You ended the season with pretty high batting average. So how does football help you with basketball, Brayden?
I mean, like, the stuff helps where the concept becoming, like, guarding. Since I play corner on defense, obviously that helps with guarding people in basketball.
Well, hip motion and stuff like that, opening up, closing down.
All that stuff. And, yeah.
So multi-sport is the way to go is what you guys are saying.
I will always say that.
especially at
and
a
ever.
smaller school.
Oh, yes, definitely.
See, when I was at Tullahoma, I did all 3 freshman year, and when you're at a bigger school, it was a lot, like, especially in the summer, because I would go. We'd have football workouts at 7:45, and at not even 30 minutes later, I'd go straight to basketball practice, and then 30 minutes after basketball practice, I'd have a baseball game that night. And I told my parents, I was like, I gotta get rid of basketball because it's too much.
See,
So
that's what I was thinking, because you can play too much then.
Yes. Well, and that's, I think, the good thing really about small schools and Moore County itself. Coaches really work around each other. So when it's football season, usually the basketball coach will say, it's football season. I'm not going to ask Brayden to come in and put up 100 shots and do the workout with me. I'm not going to ask Kyler to come down to the baseball field and do things either, because it's kind of a respect thing. When you're in season, you're in season. Now, summer gets a little chaotic because nobody's in season, so you do a lot more work then. But I will always push for people to be multi-sport.
I'm ready to go to state. All right,
Let's
so
go.
you guys want to talk about? Yeah. So, what have we thought about this yet? In
Playoffs?
football. Yeah, playoffs.
What's going through my mind is just taking it one game at a time.
Perfect. Look how humble these guys
Right.
are. Man, gosh, you can't find any better players.
I take it one game at a time, but like I still dream of going.
Obviously,
Like, and this is the year.
obviously, our goal is to make it a deep run in the playoffs. But at the same time, you can't. I mean, we still have 3 region games left. We aren't even guaranteed to make the playoffs.
Right.
So if we don't take care of our last 3 games, we're not even going to get to make a deep playoff run because we want to be in the playoffs. So
Who's
we
the
just
next
have to
one?
take care
Who's
of
the
what we
next
can.
one?
Holland.
Okay.
And that's always it. That game, it doesn't
I mean,
matter
it
who has the
doesn't
best
matter.
team.
Yeah.
It's always a dogfight to the end. Last year, they had the better team, and we ended up coming out with a win because
I really don't know why we did it.
we played our tails off that game. Best game they played all season. And then we went and dropped to Richland and Mount Pleasant and didn't make the playoffs.
I feel like a lot of people have said that about us. We're not. Oh yeah, we weren't supposed to be this good this year, and then bam, look what we're.
Well, and
everybody's doing.
Talk a little about that. How disrespected did y'all feel
Especially in the beginning.
in the beginning?
I mean, yeah.
It
it
really
was
bothered me. We have a bulletin board in the locker room.
It's
And
still up, too.
every time before the season started, I would find these little articles about like preseason standings and predictions for the season, and I would find it and I'd print it off and I'd cut it out and I'd put it on the bulletin board. And it's sitting right there by the door. So every time you walk out of the locker room, it's just right there.
It has this like last in every category.
Sixth in the region.
Well, and
out of
that's
six.
a disrespect to y'all. You had a bunch of seniors returning, but it's also a disrespect to your head coach because they're thinking he can't get y'all to where you need to be.
Right.
So, yes, y'all are going out there and battling for each other, but is there a part of you that's doing it to prove, hey, Coach White is a good coach?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I think the whole team. I think we all feel like we have something to prove, just because we've been counted out all season. Even after beating Cornersville, we were still. Cornersville's down this year. Well, last week you were talking about how Cornersville was supposed to be so good this year. So now you're kind of going back on what you're
That's the
saying.
thing from this year to last year. Like last year, just pulling out one little win felt anything. Now it's like we win. And if it wasn't good, like I didn't even feel like last night we won.
Yeah,
It was so
Coach
ugly.
Buchanan said that last night. He's like the difference between last year to this year is like we win a night and it feels like we just lost because it was just so ugly. Whereas last year, like what Brayden said, if we won, it was like
anything.
We won.
We'll take anything.
Right, because, I mean, you think about it, beating Eagleville, Chapel Hill, and Cornersville in the same year.
Wait, so we haven't.
Have you
done it in a
beat
while.
those 3 teams in your high school career?
No.
And we're still like, it was
Wow.
okay.
It's weird because when we grew, and especially in high school, Chapel Hill always dominated
Powerhouse.
us. Killed us. Eagleville
Powerhouse.
killed us. And, these teams that we're used to getting slammed by, you guys are going out and just manhandling them.
Right, and that's not, 21-0, it does sound like a huge blowout.
It
But
could have been a lot worse.
it just felt
It
like-
could have been a lot worse.
It was 14-0 at half, and I was like, well, this game's over.
You guys ran the ball more than the passing. I think if you guys chose to pass more, it could have been a really ugly game there. But I think that it was 21-0, is a total shutout.
Right. So,
But the thing is, we're not used to seeing that. You know, you guys.
right.
That's how old? I mean, 34. You couldn't even get your head.
30, I'm 32 for sure. So, what are some things that y'all two are going to focus specifically on during your break? Obviously, recovery, get better, all the bruises. But what's something that you want to be better at by the time we get to Joe Burns?
My biggest thing last night was I was just trying to force too much. And a lot of times I was making decisions too quick instead of being patient. And I just got to have to, I mean, in practice, I just have to be able to sit back there. And if I take a hit in the pocket, that's just part of the job.
Well, one thing is, I think the line, you don't really, sometimes you don't have that much. It's hard to think when you don't have that, when the line kind of caves in on you. I can't imagine having to look up and then try to find somebody. And then like you've got actually really excellent, pocket presence. Like you can take off and run, or then you can throw a little pass. I like they called it back, which was garbage. What was that? You caught the ball. Yeah, it was, what was that? It was down there, it was a touchdown.
They said it was an illegal forward pass.
Dude, no,
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was running, and then all of a sudden, Brayden has it, and I was like, I didn't even see. I thought you were down.
I did too.
And then I saw a ball.
I was getting tackled, and Brayden ran in front of me and was just started clapping his hands. So I just flipped it to him.
It literally, you saw this big old herd of like eagle people, and the ball just floats out of this pot. I was like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Bro, they should have gave it to us.
They should. I mean,
Dude, that
effort
was awesome.
counts.
All of that, bro.
Dude, it was 110% right there.
So that's when NFL, they would have went back and they would have drawn that little imaginary line, and they would have seen if any part, because it just any part of you, just one little hair has to be behind that line, and it's okay. Because you have to be 100% in front of the line. The only reason I know this is because Eli Manning used to do it all the time, and they would always go back and show it and have like his back of his cleat was behind the line. So it was a good pass. So I think it was a good pass, but I don't know if you were down when you threw it, but
No, he was not.
I wasn't
he was
down.
standing up. Well,
Was
he
he?
held up everybody.
well, it was a great pass.
I mean, yeah, it was an excellent pass, man.
Now,
That
a few
was
plays
exciting.
before that where it was like a free blitz, and you decided to run back 10 yards, break a tackle, and then you're about to get in it, and you just jumped up and threw it. Maybe just throw it out of bounds next time.
Yeah.
Because that one I was like, oh, this is going pick six. Because you jumped up and threw it, and I was like, oh, nah. But it fell incomplete, thank goodness.
Hey, I will give him credit. It's hard, Jonah. You got all these guys coming, dude.
Dude, I do it all the time on Madden. It's not hard. It's so easy.
Do you guys play against him in Madden?
They know better.
What?
They know better.
No.
Do you have
dude.
PS4 or Xbox?
Xbox.
See, that's
I like it.
this guy.
Why would you have a PS4?
I have a
Would you?
PS4 that I'm selling if anyone wants it. Well, they're coming out with the new one, I think.
They are.
Yeah. So I got to hurry up and sell it.
And
already
the
out, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
is
can
it
already
already
pre-order
out?
them. Well, you can't pre-order them. Well, you can the PS because they didn't sell out because nobody buys them. But the Xboxes are already sold out on the pre-order, just so y'all know.
Yeah, but the prices is just so high. Like,
Because you're buying a better product.
No.
No, I'm talking
Microsoft.
about the PS5.
Oh,
prices.
is it? I haven't looked at it.
Yeah,
I think the
Sony.
starting price was like $800.
The only reason I have a PlayStation is for the
What?
MLB The Show. That's the only reason I have it.
No.
All right, so
ridiculous.
Saturday football kicks off today.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
meant to do
yeah.
this with Coach White, but he left too quick. Who y'all got?
My team's off this week with COVID, so
Who's your team?
Notre Dame.
That's not a real football team.
Wow.
Hey, we're in a conference this year.
Are you?
We are. We're
You're in the ACC. That's not a
And-
conference.
That's a weak
And
conference.
That's Clemson.
We can qualify for
That's
the ACC
Clemson's
championship.
conference.
Hey, we play
Clemson
Clemson
conference.
this year.
You're literally in a basketball conference.
Yep.
I mean, Clemson's made it like 4.
Do you like Notre
national
Dame because of Rudy?
championships, So, no.
Is that why you like
Is
it?
that what you...
Is that why?
No, it's not.
Why do you like Notre Dame?
My dad grew up a Notre Dame fan, so he kind of
So
raised
he
me that
poisons
way.
you.
He poisoned.
Dude, what about you,
He's
Brayden?
He's going to be an Alabama fan. I know it.
Who's always been playing?
What kind of fan are you? What team do you cheer for?
I don't. I cheer for whoever.
He cheers for whoever wins.
I love
and
that.
Is the best.
What is your team,
I just
gentlemen? Aren't
watched
you
the
like a
news.
Tennessee fan?
Why are you going to say that like it's depressing? Because it
Because
is.
you're talking about Notre Dame, but how many playoffs have y'all made in the last however many years?
We made it last year.
Dude, who is Tennessee playing?
First of all,
Who-
don't
what-
talk
hang
about
on.
an SEC team, homie.
Mike
we
Leach,
play
baby.
real football. Y'all walking around playing like Motlow in football. That's y'all's
We play
conference.
Clemson.
Notre Dame,
We had 'em
Independent.
scheduled
Dude, if
before.
y'all want to know who the big boys
Say
are
Florida.
playing,
Say Florida, I dare you.
no, Mississippi State, Mike Leach,
Oh,
baby, is playing LSU. All right, we're going to get
You know
this
what?
win.
I'm interested to see Ole Miss.
Spread it out. That's
I
what
wanna
I've
see
told
Lane
you.
Kiffin
Spread
back
it
in the
out and
SEC.
just huh?
Lane Kiffin back in the SEC. Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to upset Florida tonight. It's going to
I don't know
happen.
about that.
I don't know. He almost beat Alabama.
Yeah, with like
Almost.
Pee Wee football players. We almost beat Alabama.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
So he's a good coach. I would have him back in Tennessee in a
He
heartbeat.
likes money, though.
He does like money
does like
and
the
to do
That,
illegal
that's
things.
the problem. I mean, he's a great coach. I think he's amazing, but he likes money.
Benji used to be a Tennessee fan at one time.
I just got tired of getting disappointed every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a good feeling. It's not a good.
That's
it's
why I
not a
don't
good
have
weekend
emotions.
vibe, huh?
That's why I don't have
That's why.
emotions.
Yeah, anyone like him who doesn't have emotions.
You
it's
said that
fine.
the other day, I think.
I do. I don't. I just don't have them. Tennessee did it to me
Oh.
because every Saturday I was depressed.
You guys have probably never seen Tennessee win against Alabama.
No.
See, that's why
never have.
that's why neither of them are Tennessee fans.
It's going to happen this year.
I remember it maybe when I was a little kid in second grade.
Insane.
That's been a long time ago.
Insane.
I think they won when I was in high school.
Hmm.
These poor kids.
Last time they were good was 99.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
we were good after that, just not as good as 99. You don't got to win national championship just to be good.
Imagine winning a national championship the year after Peyton Manning leaves.
Well,
I mean, still won a national championship, I guess. I guess y'all have won more recently than Notre Dame has. I'll give you that.
but we don't have a Rudy. At least y'all have Rudy.
Spread it out tonight. It's gonna spread out and just throw it, Mike Leach, baby.
You did not just ask who Rudy was.
I don't know who Rudy is.
You've never seen the movie Rudy?
No.
Yeah, that's your homework for the fall break.
Braylon,
Go watch Rudy.
Coach Watt. All right, I'm texting him right now.
Text him right now.
Yep.
Rudy game film.
It's called Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy.
Rudy Rudiger?
It's
How have you not
Braylon.
Bless your heart.
How have you not seen it?
Amy Cashion, if you're watching, you've deprived your child.
Yep.
You need to go purchase Rudy right now.
Yep. Right now.
That's like one of the top sports movies of all time.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know. I haven't
Yeah,
watched
I'm
it in a
gonna
very
be
long
honest with you, I
time.
haven't watched it. It's been a while since I've watched it too. Don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad because you
There we go.
watched it.
Well, it's okay.
It's like
Look, see, I ain't missing out.
so. Like all our thing this year for homecoming is Wizard of Oz. You know how many kids have not seen Wizard of Oz?
No, I want to tell you something.
I haven't seen
Remember the Titans? It came out 20 years ago. How old are we?
You're old. I'm young.
You guys have seen that movie, right? Remember
Yes.
the Titans? It's a classic. But
Brayden, are you kidding me?
I think I've seen it. Actually, I don't even know. I need to watch that one. I need to watch that.
get out of my house, bro.
Brayden, you're uninvited for the rest of the time.
No.
All right, so I do this.
Yes, I've
we do this cool thing
Oh yeah, there we go.
with the coaches, and y'all are going to get to do it also. It's called First and 10.
Ooh.
So I'm going to ask you just 10 straight questions, and you don't got to debate it. Just first thing that pops in your head. All right. Favorite dessert?
Chocolate on chocolate cake.
Strong
Ice cream.
ice cream.
All right. Speaking of ice cream, would you eat pizza or ice cream for a year?
Pizza.
Pizza.
How are you going to answer ice cream as favorite dessert? in that?
Buzz, bro.
All right. You're driving on a road trip. You can listen to one band or artist the entire time. Who is it?
I already know who it is. Say it.
It's gonna.
Is that PG?
Yeah.
I don't.
You know gonna.
I don't really know what mine is. I listen to a lot of different stuff.
Well, pick one.
Pick artist or
Band. You got to pick
or
one.
band.
It's gonna.
That's hard. Luke Combs.
That's like a C
yeah,
minus,
yeah.
but I'll go with
Country
it.
music.
Favorite athlete? Any
Ian
sport.
Book.
Who?
Ian Book. He's quarterback for Notre Dame.
I'm good.
That's why we don't know who it
That's
is.
why we looked
Hey,
at
when you
each
see him
other
on the
just-
Heisman,
Kobe.
when you
Who?
see him on the Heisman ballots this year,
Kobe.
Oh, God.
We know who Kobe is. Thank you for picking somebody relevant. Who would win an arm wrestling competition on your team?
Ooh.
Caden White.
I'm gonna go with Carolyn.
You think Zach can get him? You're supposed to be doing this to find the answer out because every coach had a different answer.
Really?
Best Madden player on your team?
I don't know. My brother sweats Madden at home all day, so probably him.
You going
He
with Will?
brags about his old franchise team all the time. He had like 1,000 passing yards in one game.
That's pretty impressive.
Is this like Madden Mobile or Madden?
Well, you can go with Madden Mobile because I know all y'all play
Dawson
that.
Everybody,
Dawson,
yeah.
everybody sweats Madden.
Dawson sweats Madden.
Dawson. All right, boneless or bone-in wings?
It kind of depends on the mood.
Because like
I don't
if
know.
you're not trying to get dirty, then I'm
Yeah.
but like I'm gonna go with boneless.
Yeah, I'm gonna say bonus.
Favorite cereal?
No, I don't even need cereal.
They don't either.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I like some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The milk
Yeah.
tastes really good afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I had this stuff the other day, and it was like fruity pebbles with marshmallows, and that stuff was good. We'll go with that one. We'll go with that one. We'll go with that one.
All right, would you rather have good cell phone service or good internet speed?
I already know what my parents think I'm gonna answer this question. Cell phone service.
We'll go with cell phone service because like unlimited data, so you don't need it.
Oh, okay.
Wi-Fi.
He just got unlimited data, so
Yeah.
he's excited.
Oh, so you don't got a hotspot everybody now?
No, I did though. For like 2 weeks straight.
College sports or professional sports?
I don't know.
It's
Man, they're
kinda-
taking the
it's
time. This
close.
is.
That-
I know, right?
Dude, I was like,
That one kind of depends on
Like this.
Like, I mean, I keep up with both.
I do keep up with
Pretty
both.
good.
I'm a
Alright.
pretty big Titans fan.
Are
But
they going to the Super Bowl?
I don't know. They look decent this year. The kicking game's still got to get
They're
better.
not beating Chiefs.
I mean,
that's my team.
Our defense is too bad. Was it your team before Patrick Mahomes or after it? Or is this your one thing I don't know who I
Dude,
like, but
Brandon's
they're
not
really
coming
good?
back on the show.
Wait, actually,
He's
I
like,
take that
I'm not
back.
putting
They're
up
not
with
my
this
team.
crap.
Patrick Mahomes is my guy.
Ah, okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
I would say,
So I'm rooting for them.
I don't know, probably college.
And last one. What is the most useless talent you have?
I don't know.
Probably spitting out random sports stats all the time. When I was younger, my uncle got me a book titled "The Book of Useless Information." So that's
Was Notre Dame's entire sports history in there?
I don't know.
Sorry, I don't really hate Notre Dame that bad. I just don't think they're a real football team.
I mean, it's not like we're
Oh, no,
like
remember when I
third
used to do
winningest
that,
all
like-
time or anything.
The Twitter whistle in your class. Remember that?
Uh-huh. Can
Yeah.
you still do it?
I don't know. I don't know.
So the dude used to sit in my class, and he would do the little,
That was before I got braces.
and like I really thought it was somebody's phone all the time, and he would do that. And I'm like, what is that? It was Brayden. It was Brayden over there.
I can do the long one too. I don't think I can anymore, but we'll go with that one.
Okay,
Oh, you have no idea how annoying that is.
I do
Whistling in
because it was
class,
my
I
class.
guess. Oh,
He was
God.
getting mad too. He's like, "Whose phone is out?"
I was about to rage on some kids.
You don't want that phone out. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Moore County Sports News Network, brought to you by the Big Ben Show. I'm here with Jonah Deal and, of course, Avery. Dude,
Avery's
man.
over there sitting on the
Avery's
floor.
man. Dude, I gave him a camping chair.
We treat
that I
him like
put
third
together.
world over here.
It's got holes in the bottom that are burnt, but that's just from the I sat too close to the fire. Then I got Brayden Cashion, and I have.
You want me to make you
Kyler-
feel really good?
Huh?
It's Brayden.
I said Brayden.
He said, but it's okay. He'll answer to Braylon.
No, I said Brayden.
Did you? Okay.
Maybe I didn't. I
It's
don't
okay.
know.
with a D, right in.
Brayden. Dude, I know this cat from.
Junior pro basketball, we've heard.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, he was a legend. You know, you had the most points.
That was my first year too, playing basketball.
See, look
That
at
was
him,
that
dude.
was the peak of his career.
That was a big. You're
My
right.
phone,
You're
my
right.
phone just buzzed. I guarantee that's my parents.
And then I have Kyler. We have Kyler Parker here, and Kyler is coming back on October 14th before the Huntland game, and he's going to be talking with some of the Huntland players. So yeah, we'll see. Do you know about that one?
I knew I was supposed to be coming back.
Yeah, you're coming back for that one. But so you're going to have to listen for that one. It's going to be a podcast. So October 14th, we're going to have Huntland's quarterback, and there'll be another Huntland player, assuming on defense. So Kyler's going to be here with us, and yeah, post up, bro.
So we'll have to bring him a recruit with him so he doesn't get outnumbered.
Oh no, dude. Muscles, dude. Come on, you got look at Flex. Kyler's
I
Flex.
don't know about that.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening. You guys take care, and we will be off next week because of fall break. So no coach's corner.
Okay.
Okay, no coach's corner. All right, guys, take it easy.